Good morning. Welcome to Zen Fits. This is from Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. Well, here I am again. The title of this talk this morning is Keeping Dementia at Bay. Keeping Dementia at Bay. Well, you have to be in your 80s in order to play this game. So what is so this morning my life is full of little creative, let's call them creative tensions. This morning, for instance, I was getting my coffee. See, what we do in the morning is my wife said this was the best thing to do, was I make a little pot of coffee, but then by the time we get around to the last cups, it gets kind of burnt and old. So she got a thermos bottle. So you put the coffee in the thermos bottle to keep it hot so it doesn't get burnt. And this works pretty good. But anyway, so the thermos bottle's got a little top, you see. And if you want to pour, you push the button. So anyway, I was pouring. See, it's still hot. So this morning I'm closing it. Well, there it went. But it worked there. But this morning I was pushing it. It wouldn't close. And my wife came by and she went, boop, like that. And I just broke out. I thought that was so funny. I just fell on the floor laughing. So this is a Zen Koan. You know, I talk about Zen Koans all the time because thanks to Albert Lowe, the Montreal Zen Center teacher, and his books and his talks, he made my practice active instead of passively waiting for something good to happen. I actively activate something good to happen. I activate it instead of passively waiting. Most of spiritual practice is waiting. If I meditate, do yoga, go to retreats, just passively wait. Or if there's something bad, if we say, well, you it too will pass. So you just wait. You just wait for enlightenment. You just sit. That's what Zoto Zen is about, basically. Shikantaza is just sitting. So we just sit. You see. But this is a passive. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's passive. There's an active element there that we're missing. We're afraid to activate our intelligence. We're afraid to address our world actively, to activate the mind. And the mind is creative, so we have to activate creative. But anyway, let's get back to this. So let's say close, damn it. And so my wife just pushed the thing and it closed, you see. So what is a Zen Koan? So the monk comes to the master. Zen Koans are a bowl that contains a contradiction. And the contradiction is the viewpoint of the monk and the master. So these two are in a bowl together. Every koan is like that. The monk comes with the problem. For instance, the breakout koan of Zen's Jashu's Mu. So the monk has a problem. He says, does a dog have Buddha nature or not? And so here's the monk. Does the dog have Buddha nature or not? And Jashu says, Mu. So if you take that little formula right there and you apply it to your life, you'll break out laughing. Dementia doesn't start in the 80s. It starts when you're a child. So whenever you're, in other words, life is full of contradictions, where we keep doing the same thing over and over again, trying to get a different result. And somebody comes along, tech support, did you plug it in? Did you turn it on? You know, something simple, some moo like that, you know. So we're always caught in these little double binds where we keep doing the same thing over, Groundhog Day, over and over and over and over, until somebody, my wife comes along, or a savior, or tech support, or a friend, or some stranger, or anybody, a monk comes along and pushes a button and says, wow, so simple. Moo. So this formula needs to, you know, once you get hold of the formula, like E equals mc squared, once you get hold, you know, Einstein's formula, once you get hold of that formula, you apply it to everything. Now the formula of Zen, the E equals mc squared of Zen, is form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Need some coffee. So, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. This is the the formula that opens everything. This is the magic formula. Bazinga, or abracadabra, or Shazam. The magic formula that opens the box, that frees the birds, that frees you from the trap of words. The trap of words. So we're caught in a trap of words is a verbal mind. Now, a verbal mind is a wah-wah mind. Usually it goes pretty straight, usually no problem, but there are constant little twists where we have a wah-wah. I was talking about this yesterday. A wah-wah is created by the self-reflecting consciousness, which is in a situation where both choices are equal, but they're opposite. So if you choose this, it goes that way. If you choose this, it goes that way. So you're trying to get out goes like this. Instead of this, you go wah-wah. Most common, you know, people are getting, this is what creates therapists and ministers and good friends, because whenever, should I go this way or that? Should I choose this or that? Should I take this job or that job? Oh, they're both, if I take this, has benefits, but there's cons. If I take this, there's benefits, but cons. And I weigh them, you know. And usually the way it works is when you weigh your choices, if this one is better than the other, well, I choose that, no problem. Ha ha. But when they're equal, when they both have the same weight, the same value, but they're incompatible in the same mind, you see, when my mind is a bowl of content, and the content, which I call the world, and the content is caught in ambiguity, where yes is no and no is yes. So if I say yes, it's no. If I say no, it's yes. So I keep going back and forth trying to choose my way out, but I can't. That's a wah-wah. That's a Zen Koan. That's what Buddha called suffering, dukkha. So how do we get out? Well, first of all, you have to see the absurdity of it. So when I'm sitting here punching this, close, damn it, close, it's absurd. And when I see the absurdity of the two that is one, see, All right, let's get to this right here. The commandment of the universe, if you could say God's commandment, or the categorical imperative of the universe, is let there be one. There must be one. There must be one. There cannot be. The reality is not two unless you are a schizophrenic. So we choose the one. So if I've got a choice and this one is a little better than this one, that's the one. It romance, or ask a girl, you have a date, is he the one? Is she the one? We're always looking for the one. Is this whatever we're offered? Say cars, this is the one. Choose this. You'll be happy with it. You never want another car again. This is the one. So every product, every company, every logo is offering us the one. This is the one. Choose it. And it will weigh them, so this is the best. So with everything's weighing, calculating to sell you the one. So if the teacher, this is the one teacher. This is your one religion. This is the one God. Everything is looking for the one. We want to get the one to get out of the two. We want the one to get out of the two. That's a wah-wah. That's tension. That's unrest. That's dissatisfaction. That's anxiety, doubt, fear, anger, destruction. It's all because we haven't found the one. And we're in a wah-wah. Where's the peace that passes understanding? Where's the peace? The peace is unpeace, disturbance, tension. There, you're at peace, right? There. And Bodhidharma, just to close with the Zen Koan, Bodhidharma was sitting in his cave meditating, and he was the great Zen master that brought Zen to China. And Heiku, a monk, came and stood in the snow outside of his cave to get his attention, because he had a wah-wah. His mind was not at rest. He couldn't find the one. So he stood out there to get Bodhidharma's attention, and he wouldn't look. Finally, he cut off his arm. This is an exaggeration, of course. It was kind of like, I'll cut off my right arm to get this one. Then Bodhidharma turned and says, what do you want? And the monk said, "O most honored sir, my mind is not at rest. Please put it at rest. Give me the one. Give me the one and put my wah-wah to rest. Show me how to open up the box. Show me how to open up the thermos bottle." It's very simple. So Bodhidharma says, "Okay, well, bring me your mind and I'll put it to rest." So the monk said, "But sir, I have searched and searched, and I have found that I cannot attain my mind." And Bodhisattva said, "There, I have put it to rest." And the monk was awakened, and he became the second patriarch of Zen. But the point is, what is your one? The one, if you're looking for the one out there, all you're going to find is another two, because everything out there in the world, and in here, in my inner world, is Noah's Ark. It comes in pairs of opposites. Two. And you have to choose which one. But you can't, because they are coming from the same bowl. I don't have a bowl here, do I? No. Anyway. You see right here? So these two, this is the one, but it appears in consciousness as two. Why? So we can choose the one. So we can choose the one. This is better. This is higher than this. So we're constantly trying to get out of the ambiguity of the two. So the only way out again of the ambiguity here is to see through and through that the two are coming out of the one. But the one is not out there. The one is not in the world as something. The one is you. The one is you. So duality is coming out of you. And so this creative tension this creative tension of the thermos bottle, or the I can't choose which job to do, or who am I? I'm good now and I'm bad here, or yada yada. Can't, all this duality creates is basic in a basic ambiguity. That is the one, that is two, but the one is not out there where you can choose or create it or find it. You can't find the one. You can't find your mind. That's what happened to the Heiko. So can't find my mind. There, your mind is at rest. So, when you realize that you can't find the one, because you are already always the one, you are the one, there, your mind's at rest. But who are you? All you can say is, I don't know. Thanks for dropping in.